Welcome. All right, we're live. I believe so. Uh, all right. I doubt anybody's going to join this or see this, but I wanted to go over this sweet Daredevil statue that I came across. Let me turn this on and we'll talk about it. I wonder if this is on. It's on. If you guys can, if anybody joins and can't hear me, please let me know. Seriously. I've got the switch out pieces down here. I would never use any of them, but it's a custom piece. I think it inspired a little bit by the show and, um, of course, the original Daredevil, uh, plain but simple, with the shoes starting at the bottom and the base. And again, I am no expert on statues. This is a custom though. Um, Only 40 were made. 25 of them red, 15 black. I don't know of anybody else that has one of these, but I want a black one. There's a guy on eBay that's selling a black one for $3,000, and that's absolutely ridiculous. This was in total $850. It's obviously not a very wanted statue, but there's only 40 of them in the world. Um, let's stop it for a second here. You can see the blood kind of dripping off of his wrapped hands. I think that's the inspiration from the movie. I know it was also in comic variations as well. I just haven't read that much Daredevil. I don't read a whole lot of Daredevil, as you can see behind me. A lot of what I read has to do with Wolverine. Most of what I read has to do with Wolverine or the Avengers, but really good detail on the base here. If we take this off, this is in reference to his uh, dad being a boxer, I believe, is the backstory. Um, uh, Something like that. But there is, you guys can see little water on the street, that shiny effect. I like that. It's kind of cool. I mean, he's standing next to a sewer top in New York, and it says NYC sewer there, with the head off. Let's see, turn this around. Can change it out to normal. Daredevil, still looking down. Classic, right there. If we were to put the hands on, boots, I think could have been done way better. Um, Sideshows boots on their Daredevil were probably the best that I have seen so far, as far as detail. I'm actually picking one of those up, the Shadowlands sideshow, for a very good price Saturday. His baton sticks are removable. I can take them out. I don't want to because this is how I'm going to keep displaying it. They're very plain. If you have the XM Daredevil, that's what you can expect with these batons. So I'm going to have some specialty batons made for his switch out hands. Moving up, you can see like really good striations in the muscle There you can see kind of like his underwear, which I don't really like so much right here. And then like this line, like I'm not for sure what they were going for there, but overall, I think it should have been more of like a suit and then like a flap here. I think that would have been really cool, seeing as he is highly involved with the hand. Um, give him. I mean, they almost did it. They should have just gone for it. Is put almost a little like uh, a gi on him or something like that. I do martial arts and I'm looking for the word or kimono, probably not a kimono. It's more of dress style, but a gi style here. I think that would have gone better with it. Again, I'm not an expert on statues. I'm just giving my opinion on one of my favorites in my collection that isn't a Wolverine or X-Men statue. Um, I think they made him extremely buff, um, especially for a lawyer. Uh, One thing I do really like is if you face him forward. Let's just stop this for a second since I keep turning it around. Anyways, if you face him forward, and I'll face it straight at the camera, I'll try to. That's the forward angle for the camera for you guys. Think maybe, let's see, right there, I think is the forward angle for the camera. This looks like he's just listening to everything. Because the backstory of Daredevil, of course, he was blinded when he was young. He had to learn to grow up, eventually trained by Stick, of course, and he could pretty much see without anything. If you're new to Daredevil and you're watching this out of nowhere, which nobody's watching this because I can see that, um, uh, he was in the newest Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Way overrated. It's not that good of a movie. I fell asleep during half of it. They should have brought Venom in and just got onto the three Spider-Man crap, whatever. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, I don't care. I don't like a lot of the Marvel movies. After Miss Marvel, done. And I hope they do keep. I think the actor's name is Charlie, maybe, for Daredevil when they bring him into the Marvel universe. But I hope they do not take his violence away because he is an extremely violent fighter, as you can see. I mean, this is real. He's fought the Hand beside Wolverine. Um, he is a violent fighter. So if they ruin him, I'll be mad. Anyways, moving up, um, I got this. I love the uh, double D on the chest. A lot of times there's a single one, but I like the double Ds. They didn't, looking at it now, going over it, the belt looks like multimedia. All of this looks like multimedia. It's not. It is uh, polystone, polyresin, whatever you want to call it. But looking at it now in the camera, these seem like too square. Like whose abs are that perfect, right? A little bit, maybe just like loosening him up there would have made the statue perfect. But again, I said he was buff. I mean, look at Daredevil's arms and his shoulder. I mean, that's huge for a 1/4 statue. And his traps. I mean, he's absolutely jacked. He does wear a tight suit though, so and he's not that big a guy. Um, Unless Ben Affleck is playing him. Nobody's on here to even get that joke. But anyways, again, this is one of 40. It comes with a switch out head, 3 switch out hands. You can wrap the baton, what should be his walking stick that he generally uses if he needs to. If he's all suited up, he takes out his batons with wire in between them to move around. Really, kind of like Spider-Man, almost. Not as dynamically, of course, but Boots could have done way better. Could have put some either ninja or hand style boots on him, some straps like, or I don't know where he got these or how he gets them on. Looking at them, how do they stay on if we're talking reality here, right? I think they got the leg muscles right. Um, Again, a little weird with here, just this area, the underwear part. The strap is good. Again, it looks like multimedia. They could have done a better job on making this look like leather. Um, so I see why this piece isn't popular. I It's popular to me because I like it, and it's my opinion that I think it's good, and that these actually go in it. That's important to me that the batons actually fit in. If you're going to put it on, and he's going to carry them around, I think you should have an option for him to carry them around, which I've got this wrapped up and popped in there, just like you would normally carry some sort of nunchucks. If you have any experience carrying nunchucks, believe it or not, I do. Not for a long time, like across the room. Uh, and then the selling point for me was just the unique Daredevil. He's on the street. He's not perched up somewhere. They always show him up or in a church. Always. Uh, don't want to get religious, but I just am not into that so much. Like it's always that. I think there's a few custom pieces where he's dynamic, almost too dynamic. Like if I accidentally moved him, I might break it. So I didn't go with that, and I went with this one. Um, if you find a black one and you want to sell it to me for a reasonable price, please let me know if you ever see this. Nobody's watching. Hopefully, somebody will watch it at one point. But I haven't seen much from the group that makes this. I don't know much about them. I'm not in their um, channel. I do have multiple pieces sculpted by this sculptor, though, and it, no offense to the sculptor, with my critiques, it's just my critiques. The other pieces I have from him, I'm always anybody would always want something more, right? If you get something that you want, so um, that is, I think, all I really have to say about it. Last thing here, the seam lines are so perfect around here. When I got this um, out just a few minutes ago, I didn't know if I could take them off. I'm like, wait, is this going to work if I pull these off? So I mean, it just fits like perfect around there. And let's see, I'll just put it on since we're here. I think that one, matches the boots, brings a little more color into it, matches the belt, kind of the multimedia on the side, but there's no way I'm trading it out for a rope and or chain wrapped hand with blood dripping off of it after you beat somebody to a pulp. Um, I think it's awesome. As soon as I saw this, it was a no brainer. 100% buy now. Um, I'm going to not review, just talk about every piece in my collection at some point. Um, I can't tell you where most of them came from or how I got them because they're mostly custom. Um, but yeah, we'll talk about them and what I do and don't like about them, and hopefully, um, somebody can out there can find me the black version of this and not charge $3,000 when it's not that popular of a statue. Like I said, I don't know anybody else that owns it. I have not seen any other one post anything about this anywhere. Can't find it on eBay, any other channels, anything. So, anybody does end up watching this and has a black one that wants to trade or sell it to me for about 1,200 bucks, I'll pay for shipping, of course. I'd say that's fair, being that this was, what, well, I would go to, 12, 13, because there's only 15 black ones and 25 red ones. No, 12's good. Again, it's not that popular. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody knows about it. This was, like I said, 850 plus $50 in shipping, 900 bucks, something like that. So, um, anybody out there that watches this or sees this, find me a black one. Um, I want both for my defender set up on that side of the wall, which most likely you guys won't ever see since my computer sits right here. I will talk to you guys later. If you watch this in the future, awesome.